Okay, this is an experimental first coaching session with a player called Passwords who can hear me on the other side. There's a bit of an echo issue, but apart from that we can hear each other. Hi there, Passwords.
Hi.
Okay, so this is, I assume, via Skype or something. So the French defence, we're going to go over the French defence. So e4, e6. Black's voluntarily allowing the bishop to be hemmed in here by its own pawns. So we see d4, d5 usually. Now, if e5, I've often said that these squares are kind of weakened, and Black's idea often is to get this bishop outside the pawn chain and swap for this guy. So, for example, c5, I'll just go back to move mode. I'll just clear the decorators here. So, if Black plays Queen b6, for example, this was an old system, where the idea might be Bishop d7 to b5. Have you seen that before?
Yeah, I've always heard in the French that if white can maintain d4, e5, usually.
If white can maintain d4 and e5, white's usually okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen this maneuver, Queen b6 and Bishop d7 to b5?
The bishop d7 to b5, not a lot of players play that against it, but I play the trash.
Oh, you play the Tarrasch. Okay. If we go back, so Tarrasch. I'll have to see what Tarrasch. So what? Whoops. What do you most fear in the Tarrasch? Knight f6 or c5?
The move that gives me the most problems is like an a5 queen side expansion kind of deal.
Okay. So here, what? Knight f6 though here.
And knight f6 here, and then e5, and then I'll play f5 or f4.
So c5. You'd play c3 here, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now, do you know in this position it's a lot of theory here, and sometimes I think you need to play this knight here, but I'm not really a theoretical expert here. But
Oftentimes, I'll play the knight to b3 actually, try to provoke b4.
really,
Yeah, that's why a5 gives me problems sometimes.
so okay, you're trying to support this. Now, if you play a4 here, is that a move?
Yeah, but then b3 is really weak, and my queen's tied down after queen b6.
Yeah, you're tied down. You tied down your queen to b3, right? Okay, well, I think that you'll find that the theory move, the more theoretical way of playing this here, is knight df3. So I'll just.
Now I guess the other knight goes to e2 or something.
Yeah, so if Queen b6, I think knight e2, and believe it or not, I know this seems ridiculous, but King f2 if check. Have you seen this before?
No.
And then
I
g.
would automatically play bishop d2.
Alright, no, I think this is the idea. You sort of play like this, and your knights are supporting the centre just about. So something like King g2, or even if you get a chance, Bishop h3. But here, I think it's dangerous to play Bishop h3.
Isn't knight takes e5 too?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Knight e5 is probably winning here. So in this position, though, king g2 might be playable. What do you think of this position?
I would probably try and get my bishop to e3 and then play knight f4 and then develop the white square bishop.
Yeah, you've got a comfortable space advantage because whoops. If the queen comes here, it's got that free diagonal. This bishop's sort of hemmed in still. Maybe even h4, knight g5 as well as knight f4. So you get a ready-made kingside attack sometimes. So maybe that's an improvement over what you've been playing. This knight d, in this position, knight d f3. I think that's worth looking up.
Definitely, but the only reason I never played that before is it seems sort of unnatural to put that knight there where I want the other knight to be. I guess it's more practical.
Yeah. Yeah, in also there's another idea in Watson's Dangerous Weapons Against the French, where this knight can actually go to h3. It's quite an interesting idea as well. So maybe, and then later bishop d3. Whoops. And then knight f2 maybe even, or just castle. And these knights are kind of dangerous for going to g5.
Yeah, if I can get that bishop on d3, that's usually good.
Okay, that's worth checking out anyway. I think we got to sort out this audio echo issue, or mention it. But thanks for that. Shall we go back to the cafe now? Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, that was a coaching session.
alright, thanks very much.